Good morning. Around 5 a.m. here on top of the mountain and getting back to the Vrinn Imperium. The Vrinn are a race of space dwarves. We are mechanists, authoritarian, fanatic materialists, efficient and Byzantine bureaucrats, and also a technocracy. The overall goal has been to have both the scientific advancement and the technology advancement to spread our empire as far as possible, claiming as much local space, which we have been fairly successful at, as well as a combination of hold on one second. Let's see. Yeah, my headphones are way too loud. As well as a combination of trying to outpace our neighbors in both population and advancement, which has been pretty successful so far. There are 13 worlds. We have 249 props, a combination of now the Ultra Vrinn, which is due to the fact that we cybernetically modified our dwarves. Otherwise, we are intelligence, rapid breeders, and enduring, with a wasteful trait to balance, and a supercontinent preference, which is currently just our home world. We have 28% of our population are also robots, and we recently awoke a race of aliens and installed them into robots in the Bazkarat system, and they are the Awoken, and we have recently allowed them into our territories. So we'll see how that works out. We did give them some traits, including loyalty circuits, so hopefully it will be beneficial. In theory, this is also going to be our first all robot world, and we're currently building a robot assembly plant. I'm a bit interested to see if it generates Awoken in addition, or if it generates our robots. I have a feeling they're going to build themselves, but we'll see. Our technology has marched very quickly along. We are by far outpacing our neighbors, the two closest of whom are the Holy Vrinn Covenant, who are a theocratic dictatorship that has become a protectorate of ours in recent years, mainly due, I think, just to us outclassing them in the manner that we are. Prior to that, we had friendly relations. It looks like our relations are slipping slightly. As well as the Takaris Databank, who are a machine intelligence to our east. They're hostile, but weaker than us, and theoretically would be the first folks that we might get into conflict with. To that mind, we have two systems, Etravipe and Hyzar, that have been well fortified at this point, with star fortresses that have defense platforms that we continue to build out to ensure that we at least have some protection against their possible incursion. And we also have small expeditionary fleets with a couple battleships and a cruiser in Etravipe, and slightly more in the Hyzar system. Another system that we have that connects out to another star empire is Biharam, which also has a star fortress. We haven't built any defenses there yet, so we might as well. That's mainly, we haven't built any because the connection is to the Hesker League, who are... Oh, that's odd. There we go. They're in a war. The Hesker League are totalitarian and fairly similar, ethically minded authoritarians and fanatic materialists to us, and they're also efficient bureaucrats. Though they are necrophages, which seems kind of interesting, that they're parasites. So we may not want to allow them in too far. But so far, relations have been positive with them. But we should build some star systems nonetheless. The last connection out of our systems was via the Devil's Maw, and we took over the L gates and are just about done capturing all of these systems beyond the L gates. And it was fairly profitable in that we returned with a nanite creature that allowed us to convert it into a gray mothership, which is a 50k mothership. I don't know what the right word for those are. Master class, monolith, something to that effect. But a very powerful in that our biggest fleet is currently the first expeditionary fleet with 6 battleships, 11 cruisers, 6 destroyers, 18 corvettes, and a raider from a very early on event that is only 45k in power compared to the gray, which is 50. We are under consideration of going up and clearing out the Magar freebooters, as they have been somewhat of a thorn in our side. We're going to advance another system on that. I don't believe we can mix our... Yeah, we can't put the gray into our fleet. So other than that, we have a variety of colonies at this point. The original 4 started with Vrinn Prime. It's basically a fully built out, although we have this upgrade available, fully built out empire capital in Vrinn, supercontinent world. We're mostly in maintenance mode here and using population to shift it around. Wadriax 1 and Wadriax Prime were also some of our original colonies, along with Withrilly Prime, and we have since then done a good deal of terraforming and have Nuggin Prime, Arrakis, which needs a building. We give it a food processing facility because it is one of our food processing colonies because of this endless forest buff. Theglon 3, Bernie Prime, Tovikliot Prime, Rim Prime, Low Chase, Nikor Prime is one of our most recent colonies that we've acquired. Bazkarat is the newly acquired... What do we call them again? Sorry, it's a little early here. The Awoken. Alright, well, with that said, let's get back to work. I'm going to try to see what we can do in terms of clearing out the very threatening but unfortunately underpowered folks in the Magar Freebooters Empire. We're building out a forward base in Bazkarat so that we can support our incursion there.
Construction complete. Special project complete.
We are running through the species collection event chain, and after extensive research, in the seabed of Latium 3A using a small fleet of mini-submarines, the crew of the ISS Bonplar finally managed to corner their elusive target of the search, a live Tarblock, the shimmering creature which defends itself by emitting faint psionic signals that produce a sense of dread in most organics, was brought aboard the science ship in a special water tank, simulating its natural environment. The crew members on the ISS Bonplar that came into direct contact with the Tarblock will require extensive therapy, but the mission has been a success. Excellent. Oof. I think I probably should have slept some more. I'm a little out of whack. A little out of whack today. All right, so take a look at that event chain. Alien specimen procurement. So I can't get down to it. Not sure that I have anybody dispatch that one, so we're going to send you there. All right, all right. So, we don't have enough influence just yet to continue expansion. Let's just check our other ships and where they're waiting.
Technology secured.
Otherwise, everything is moving along. Gonna start upgrading our armies, or at least our potential armies.
Anomaly found.
Gonna leave most anomalies be. We've used the L-gates to send science ships out to various locations and gather information. The science expedition team led by Beshna Tukor from the science vessel ISS Ekaplar have found something remarkable. Upon landing, we have discovered that this world is untouched, save for a lone structure lying in the heart of the forest. The building is still powered and contains only a few rooms. Strange markings, not dissimilar from ruins, skitter across the display surfaces. It is possible that this could be the remnants of an archaic language, or the ramblings of a long-dead madman. Linguistics experts assert that continued research of this runic language could lead to significant advances in understanding of alien social constructs and idioms, even if those aliens vanished eons ago. Is that a general buff to fleet command? Yes, it is. One of our admirals is lethargic. That's not desirable. Actually, let's continue in here. To our east, we have the Zelvan corporate holdings, which are rather weak, and they were the first empire that we ran into. We've had neutral relations with them, which has been fine. We also have two fallen empires, and the Yastun Remnant, who appear to be fairly powerful. Yeah, definitely so. And the Haruni progenitors, of whom we have tried to keep out of their way so far. There's also several other fallen empires throughout the map, along with our competitors.
Construction complete.
we have finished expanding into Zoblar. I'm running a mod pack of about 30 mods on this, including planetary diversity and Gilly's Planet mods, and the event mod pack, diverse politics mod, and a bunch of other visual, real space, amazing space battles and the like. All of those are in a collection that is going to be in the description of this video, but also will be on the Twitch page under About as a link, if you are so interested. I'm still concerned that the bump to 3.2 threw things off a little bit, because I see one or two funky things in terms of terraforming, but we will... I wanted to continue this playthrough and finish it out on 3.1.2 until we complete it, and then look at the acquiring the pack for planetoids, and jump into 3.2. All right. So we should be building the Vrinn Imperium at the terminal egress.
Sphere of influence expanded.
We did build a black hole observatory. It should be producing, one dark matter. I think we're gonna use a couple of our stations to potentially do the same from a few of our existing black holes that we control. Like, it looks like we can pick up another there, and I don't think we have any super... But we can also expand starbases and build that starbase module. Excuse me. In order to gain some additional. I don't think we really need buffs to have abilities. I'm going to take a small buff to our farming production just to make sure it keeps pace with our population. We can expand taking a look at our balance of resources. We can pick up rare crystals, move here, get another exotic gas. But is that all that necessary based on our current production? Probably less so. We're mostly low on motes in terms of income. And even though it's not that impressive, I kind of just have a OCD-ish type feeling that I want to finish capturing everything beyond the L gates. We get an incoming transmission from Milv, son of Baga. The Racket Industrial Enterprise. I have already explained. Reroute the power converter to the auxiliary manifold. No, not that power. Must I do everything my... Oh, customers, welcome, please. We bear many goods. We have many wares, all carted safely through the stars for your convenience. What can you offer us? We have rich, luminous ore torn right from stone, sparkling minerals for the Vrinn Imperium. But we hunger, we thirst. Grant us 1,000 food, and we shall supply your builders, your makers, with 500 minerals. We don't really need it. Make 500 minerals a month, yo.
Special project complete.
Sell 10,000. We completed modifying a robot species that was adding loyalty circuits to our robots. Yeah. Be happy, robots. We also just, I think, recently acquired the sentient AI, where our robots can work just about any tasks. And I think now that they're sentient, we want them happy. The ship used the L-gate to access that area of the galaxy and is now just basically surveying. Never really liked auto surveying. I like to take that control, use the tiny version of the status bar here to keep track of where everybody is. And so far that's worked out fairly well. I'm going to keep the march on genetic modification going just to see what else it brings us as possibilities. Nikar Prime has finished colonizing. We're going to start it off with robot assembly plants and energy. Whoops. And gene clinics. And Bozkarat has finished its production, and we're going to give it an energy grid. Not really sure it needs gene clinics. So it is building our robots, which is interesting. So those base 3 awoken, in theory, will not expand, which is sort of interesting. I don't think we have any ability. Oh, we do. Okay. I think they might as well build themselves. That feels correct. Even though we're probably setting ourselves up for some massive overthrow by our friendly leaders. We're on ammonia world. We get energy credits and we get food benefits. We're also in Bozkarat. Normally we do gene clinics, but because we have no biological pops growing, we're not going to be concerned in that direction. I think we're going to add some commercial zones to up our trade value.
Construction complete.
Could have sworn that was only 3 before. We have restored the mega shipyard and can now build starships at an unprecedented volume. Hey, yeah. Let's see what we got. So our battleships prior were taking about a year. Oh, I see. It's probably concurrent. We can build like 10 ships at a time. Right, let's... Right, there you go. Alright, we're going to get a set of 4 carriers going to be the baseline of another battle group. And we're going to add some auto battleships because those are our largest gun-toting. They use the mega cannon and do the most damage of anyone in our fleet. Right. Also terraforming the Gruna worlds around it. Except for 5A, which we cannot terraform a gas giant. Takara's databank has declared us as a rival. Are we not rivals with them? Alright, let's be rivals too. Alright, our Dragon. A couple more defensive platforms there. Unlock the Stormfire autocannon. Upgrade to level 5 Gauss cannons. Level 5. Gonna add gene clinics to help the growth of Bernie Prime. Specifically at Prime, we're going to update our civilian production. We're going to update our gene clinics on Low Chase. Add an industrial district to Rim Prime. We're going to do the same on Thagalon 3. Upgrade our food processing centers on Arrakis and Nuggin. We are gearing for war. So I saw one of our admirals got a lethargic trait.
Construction complete.
So our 3rd Expeditionary Fleet General is old and lethargic. Our 3rd Expeditionary Fleet is in Rochelle, and we've been using them to clear out any alien presence. I think we're going to demote you, sir. I think I would prefer Pelena Fulkin as an aggressive leader, and I think we're going to send you to pasture. Yep. Gotta get rid of those bad trade folks. So our energy is starting to take a hit now. I think because of our increased ship production overall.
Construction complete.
I'm going to unlock that Paradise Dome. It shouldn't take very long. Okay, the Bozkarat Station. We're going to upgrade that to a Starhold. I think we're going to move. You over to Kildatha, because I think we're going to assume that we're going to take that one in the nearest future. And we're finishing gigging. So we now own the Elgate systems. My OCD is satisfied. We're going to jump you back to Devil's Maw. Alright, alright. Zalaman would be a good area to expand towards. It's probably the most productive system. There's an abandoned habitat there.
Special project complete.
We're on Lisak 3. The Zulkor Swarm has been secured. The Zulkar are a swarming insect analog, unusual both for their large size and the fact that they are lithivores, feeding off rocks and minerals in the ground. One of the shuttles belonging to the ISS Bonplar sustained serious damage when it inadvertently passed through a large swarm and several Zulkars began to feed on its hull. The construction of the special containment facilities required to hold these creatures has already begun at the Museum of Exobiology on Vrinn. We have now secured all of the specimens asked for by the Museum of Exobiology. The museum has grown to a massive facility where artificial gravity generators and atmospheric processors are used to simulate the environments of over a dozen worlds. Visitors are journeying from all across the Vrinn Imperium to see its wonders. Nice bump of influence and research. Let's see if we have anything. We have this one event chain that we haven't been able to complete because of the location of the final one is going to require some time to get to. So we're going to take you and what I'd like to do is I think jump you. I think we cleared this system out, though. Let's do a survey of Jamor. They've got about 25,000 in power. And they've got about another 50 in Saturli, another 24 in Escamp. Not sure if we should get into conflict or just buff up a little bit more. Always a fine line to determine. So now that we picked up that buff to
Technology secured.
influence, we're going to pick up Dondaham in order to advance over to Zalaman next. Unlock the Paradise Dome. I'm going to pick up some of those lower level quick techs at this point to just try to make sure we have as much of the tech tree exposed as possible. Alright, the Senate voted and passed the resolution to form a Galactic Council. We should be on the Galactic Council because we should have the most galactic weight in the galaxy. So let's find out how we do. Senate is currently at recess. Held in 168 days. Current top candidates are ourselves and the Takaris databank, which is not that great. How do I weigh in? Not sure how I vote. For me. I would like to repeal buzzword standardization because corporate buzzwords suck. Well, since we're leading, I don't really mind, but the fact that they're going to put the Takaris databank in there too is less desirable since they are our aggressive and angry neighbor. And point in fact, they just laid claim to the SCOD system, which is not sure where the SCOD system is. Ah, so okay, guys, I see how it is. I think we're gonna add. Let's see, we have a carrier and 2 artillery battleships and a cruiser. I think we're going to add another carrier battleship. I always like the idea of the old World War II fleets where you have basically the big battle groups based by carriers. At our precursor expedition, the team has made it into the ruins and have found it to be quite safe. Several small artifacts have so far been discovered along the route the expeditionary team has taken. Trinkets, tools, but also small electronic devices. A cursory analysis reveals them to be over 100,000 years old. The supplies of the team are running low, so they are returning to base camp. Meanwhile, a second expedition team is heading out. Nice bump with Society research.
Star system charted. Star system charted.
We found a terraforming candidate, Lilly 5 with a precursor fortress. Following a long period of growing support for the Committee of Exalted Clergy, the Bolavia Authority has finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policy, and as a result, bringing this faction into their government, they become more outwardly spiritualist. Bolavia Authority are these gents up to our northeast. They've generally been something not to be that concerned about. They're kind of pathetic in contrast to our society. And we have, though, some fairly upset, better than a good portion of our society, the traditionalist faction are not happy with us at all. And I'm not really sure what to do about that, to be perfectly honest. And I think let's see. I mean, we build numerous robots. Maybe that's it. Because we did give them pretty much across the board capabilities. Hallowed Ground. Tomb Worlds. Yeah, we just need to murder all of them.
Construction complete.
Alright, let's see. Same idea. Let's get some of the early techs out of the way so that whatever is in those technology trees we may take advantage of. We're going to go ahead and build mining stations in Dodonham. Dodonham? Dodonham. Let's call it that. I think just for laughs, we're gonna move into here and see how it goes. Now they have a lot of station power. I think we still should be able to take them out. We returned our construction ship from the L gates. We're going to move you out to Bastamore. The clandestine agitations of the Sacred Alliance of Sacred Traditions have come to nothing and have petered out peacefully. Nice. We'd had some fairly decent debuffs caused by that dissatisfied faction. We need to get up some energy production. Alright. So we got the Tachyon Lance. I'm going to just set these before we watch the next battle. I think we're taking Sapient AI. I think AI is more than likely going to be our downfall, but yeah, we've been relying on it. We could use the bump to administrative capacity. We're getting close. We might need to build some offices on some of our colonies. We're going to take the Citadel upgrade. So this is our mothership. It has arrived. Our fleet should not be very far behind. Alright, let's go after their fleet. Howdy hi. So the Galactic Council has been chosen, and the Vrinn Imperium have gotten the top spot. Congratulations, folks. The members of the Galactic community have voted to establish a Galactic Council. Membership in this august body will be limited to representatives from the three most powerful and influential empires in the community. Until a new council is elected, these are the Vrinn Imperium, the Polysimus Corporation, and the Stellaris Data Bank. The members of the Council are expected to lead and safeguard the Galactic community. Their increased powers allow them to cut through some of the red tape that so often inhibits the decision-making process in large political institutions. I think we are going to rock and roll on these folks. Yep. I think it's cool.
Star system charted. Star system charted.
Ancestral Glory class of the Magar Freebooters. Doesn't seem as if they are marshaling any more forces in our direction. We finished Jamor. We're going to research the anomalies in that system. Alright, so we have acquired Zulkor. We're gonna march through here and just remove these guys as a concern. Because I got a little bit tired of the threats. Don't go threatening folks if you don't want them to come and wipe you out. He's still building. We're going to take Valhall. Stellaris Databank has leveraged their council powers to declare the Resolution Cooperative Research Channels an emergency measure. Now that is, I think, a move against us in that cooperative research channels gives them some support, I believe. This is not the best UI to understand where to diplomatic weight in favor of tech. Actually, no, that's fine. We'll just get more diplomatic weight. The ISS Bonplar crew has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the Jamor system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of the advanced mathematical equation to be precise, and one that Science Officer Tashna Satur cannot seem to get out of their head. Who or what may have composed this song remains unknown, though its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication regarding subspace harmonics. The signal's geodesic suggests a point of origin from outside our galaxy. I'm going to move you up here just in case we need to do any debris cleanup or additional surveys, because it looks like we may not get all of Whoa. Whoa. Alright. So where is this? This is in Tiana Vec. 4 gas giants enshrouded by a vast plasma field share a close orbit around Tiana Vec system's primary. The charged plasma field extends well into the atmosphere of these gas giants, and this unique environment serves as a breeding ground for a large number of spacefaring organisms. These organisms are minuscule, with one notable extension, the massive Tikyani. This system must be where they originally evolved hundreds of millions of years ago, before they arranged deeper into the galaxy. Given the extremely rare properties of the system's plasma field, this is likely the only place in the galaxy where Tikyani can be produced. There's also a galactic law against messing with the Tikyani, and unless this turns out to be a hugely profitable system, I don't see a reason why we would need to. Incoming transmission from the Magar freebooters. Threatening us again. Read the room, guys. You got nothing from us. Now, will that send their fleets into our territory before our fleets finish wiping them out, is the question.
Construction complete.
Go ahead and build mining stations there. So it seems we get full surveys on these systems once we've destroyed them. We've encountered another abandoned gateway, this time in the Briscoe system. Unlike the previous one, this gateway has not been altered in any obvious way, and our scans indicate that it's still connected to the rest of the network. However, it is currently inoperable due to its poor condition. Intriguing.
Technology secured. Star system charted.
Speaking of gateway activation, we're going to reactivate so alloy production. I think the other thing that we could use, I don't know that we'll have the influence for it, but we could really use a energy buff. See a good one though. Let's go say hello to our little friends. Archaeological site pending on Rim 5A. Massive dilapidated structures cover the entire surface of this world. At one time, this city planet must have been home to billions, but now it's empty. Whoever lived here must have left clues about what happened to them, but finding them will require a detailed examination of the surface. Baz-Karat is now a starhold. To that end, we're going to give it some defensive options. Give it a target uplink computer.
Technology secured.
I'll go right at that one. We finished our research into citadels. Research is moving along at a good pace. This is just going to tick off the spiritualist people that don't like robots. Which, like, wrong society, gents. Might be mega engineering. We often run up against our mineral capacity as is.
Attacking enemy vessels.
Uh, 114,000 hull. Just dive in and start kicking butt. We popped them pretty easy.
Construction complete.
There's another mothership.
Recon and research vessel
Galleon.
under attack. Recon and research vessel destroyed.
Whoa. Oh, dang. So they did move a raiding fleet out. We're gonna move you back to Baz-Karat as a defensive position. Oh, damn it. We probably should have given them a few more minerals until we could have finished killing them. If we had the minerals to spare. You dog. Not good, not good, not good. Huh. Best laid plans, folks. Let's see. We did get our 6 battleships built here. I think the best we can do is prepare to fight. Let's see. We're gonna add a mega cannon battleship, hopefully, to the mix before they arrive. And perhaps if we wipe out their civilization, that... Man, Tashna Setter was one of our good, old folks. They're jumping to BU. Yeah, not good, not good. Okay. Picked up the option for traditions. We can dump 20 more years into leader lifespan. Pop. Yeah, I would like our people to enjoy our governing a bit more. In the recent battle, the lack of a high command presence allowed lower commanders to distinguish themselves. The captain of the Grey, Irvina Sibin, took up the responsibility and successfully led us in battle. Recognizing her obvious abilities within the upper ranks of our military, they are calling for her promotion. Should we promote her? We can promote her, add her to the pool, or we can give the Grey a skilled captain. We're giving the Grey a skilled captain because we were unable to add at least last I tried, we were unable to add a admiral to her because of her no longer a rival. Alright, so okay, expansion is moving along. So we really need to solve our energy deficit, because it's starting to be a little large. We have a bunch of unoccupied technician jobs that likely on our own will catch us up. So that is likely the route to that particular success. Let's see what else we can do. Tivikliat Prime is an exceptional mining. Mineral purification plants make sense for it. Low Chase has primarily been running alloys and recently upgraded to a planetary administration, so we are going to add research labs.
Star system charted.
Right. I'm gonna retreat a little further. Yeah, no good here. I'm gonna see how quick we can get you up to Wii 714 days. I have a feeling that is not going to be quick enough. We're probably going to do some damage with our defenses, but not a great amount. It looks like they're coming for Bazkarat. I don't think we're going to have time to get that battleship ready to help defend us. So we're going to take some pain. Not as much pain as we're doing to their homeworlds.
Technology secured.
We have unlocked gateway travel. take the energy credit buff since we're in the red.
Zero-G mineral production violently diminished.
Which I think means they just popped one of our mining stations, which is unfortunate. They got more powerful. The colonists of Nekor Prime regularly explore the planet in hopes of finding more resources to help with day-to-day life. A recent expedition to the North Pole has now unveiled a large object on the bottom of the ocean, an ancient battle cruiser. The pressure of the deep will prove a challenge, but it's possible to get to the ship.
Situation log
salvage it. So let's see. Nekor Prime is right down here. That's not really going to help us much in the current concern. We'll go ahead and throw our research at that, though. And we're going to watch them destroy our station. That is unfortunate. Buffed administrative capacity. Well, these seem like just small buffs, not that useful. We're gonna go finish these guys off. Assume we're gonna back off to Wiu. We're gonna get Wiu. We're also gonna bring up the 3rd Expeditionary Fleet to Wiu. And we're gonna get some defensive platforms running. Because this could be a painful series of events. Cancel the target uplink computer, because I don't think it's gonna get there in time.
Construction complete.
The attempts to salvage the giant ship that was found in Nekor Prime's waters have yielded some insight into the ship's design. The ship's maneuvering algorithms are easily transferable to our own hardware, enabling our fleets to become swifter and more energy efficient. Unfortunately, the ship is beyond saving, but its hull will supply us with enough materials to make that up. Morning, just added a gun. I don't think we're going to last 155 days to kick out that battleship. After destroying one of the raiding ships sent by the Magar freebooters in the Bozkarat system, our forces have recovered an intact data core with some interesting information. The core tells of the dread pirate Raywin, who was somewhat of a Magurian legend. He roamed the galaxy centuries before the Vrinn Imperium ventured into space and apparently disappeared somewhere in the Kongath system, otherwise an unremarkable moon. Kongath 3A is now believed to be his resting place. Even though we have surveyed this moon before and didn't find anything related to it, this new data may warrant a closer look.
Situation log updated.
Let's have a closer look. So that is Kongath. So...
Star system charted.
We've hit our mineral cap. Sell 10,000. The Kroll Commerce Guild and the Hesker League have gone to war. We've now surveyed Hanjam and are now stuck. Although I don't think our borders are closed to Zelwan. So we can get out. Just fleet stance. I'm gonna jump to Zalaman just to get out of the way and not cause any friction. Let's be friendly folks. These freebooters here could cause us some difficulty. Down to 13,000 hull. We're not gonna make it. So that was 4 days. Yeah. Cancel that to save the funds. I think we're going to go to full war footing. We're going to build another set of carriers on our inner systems. And an upgrade to a Starhold to Wii.
Zero-G research output violently diminished.
Last of the Magar galleons. So that went well, besides the fact that one of their fleets slipped into our territory. Now we need to get there. That's an interesting looking bug. Alright, so construction ship finished there. We're going to move to Zalaman and build an outpost. On our 4th, 2nd expedition fleets, we're going to run upgrades. We're also going to upgrade all of our defensive stations. A little bit of housekeeping. How's Karat? So they are heading to Latium next, which should give us time to get a fleet over to them. So
Vessels upgraded.
How do they end up with a couple stations still? That's interesting. Let's take a look at this. Thought we wiped this system.
Construction complete. Vessels upgraded.
Getting the upgrades done. Continuing expansion in that direction. Not quite sure how this guy survived. We only need about half the military power to take out that fleet. So we are going to send the mothership over to have a look. Not sure if they're sort of like a...
Vessels upgraded.
Not sure if they're like cockroaches and they're just going to pop back up. More discoveries as we work through some of the unknown galaxy. We finished our colony in Yelbarista. I'm going to start off with robot assembly, energy, and gene clinics. With really Prime has space for another building. We are low on motes production, so I think some chemical plants will get our motes production up a little and improve
Technology
our
secured.
outlook. Habitability. Oh, they are devastating you. They are beating up our awoken robots. You, all right. You guys don't have that much longer, so enjoy it while it lasts. Not sure if I need... How exactly did that happen? Don't really see any construction ships that would have been that outlet. We'll see how it goes. They are bombing Bazkarat Prime. You dirty dogs. Fortunately, there are only robots, and not that many of them, so hopefully they can hide well. Okay. And we have
Vessels
a fleet that'll be
upgraded.
there in 135 days. Magar raiding parties have made planetfall on Bazkarat 7, deploying in small attack shuttles from their orbiting fleet. The Magar hit several outlying settlements on the planet before retreating back into space with their plunder. Our defensive forces on the surface had no time to respond. Whew. And they stole some of our stuff. Alright, alright. We're going to need to rebuild after this small hiccup. How long until our large fleets? 327 days to Wii I think it's going to be these guys that are the...
Vessels upgraded.
You can emerge from your shelters now, Ultra Vrinn. We have liberated a sufficient amount of your wealth and our ships are loaded to capacity. Helmsman set a course for Sturley. Let us depart this blasted region of space. It depresses me. Alright, Space Salamander. Sturley is about to get destroyed, as are you. I'm going to pick him off in Atmir.
Construction complete.
It's a little much. These are our Empire. Ah, we produce some old. Is that the deal? I don't know. We also have 2 trait points we can spend on the... No. Okay. We've spent everything. There's only those. It's talking about these robots. And we'll apply the template. No. Wrong way. We'll apply the template to those 7. We'll research it right away to get that updated. Not exactly sure how we ended up with a few outdated versions, but c'est la vie. I think we're going to make a friendly little welcoming reception for them.
Special project complete.
The once proud and nomadic warrior culture of the Magyar is no more. Forces from the Vrinn Imperium have destroyed the last of the massive space stations that house the majority of their population. Refugees from their surviving civilian population have scattered across the galaxy. Although some Magyar pirate and mercenary fleets may still be unaccounted for, the loss of their space dwellings is a devastating blow that they cannot recover from. This puts a definitive end to their raiding. Yes, sirree. Alright. Not sure how they slipped out of there last time. But we're gonna head down here as well. And this should be the end of their last fleet. Welcome, gents. Or if we get our minerals back. Okay, we finished modifying those few small ones. Excellent news. Vazkarat is still rebuilding. We're going to a target uplink computer, and then we're going to bump to a fortress. And then we're going to add 5 defensive platforms. We're also going to move our fleet out of Wiu and build mining and research stations back in. And we made a fairly massive move in that direction. I think we're going to turn our 3rd expeditionary fleet back around to Rochelle. We'll move our new battleships up to Wiu. We're actually going to take them to Vazkarat. We're going to return to Vazkarat for our other ships for repair and upgrades. And I would call that a battle well won. We have an unemployed worker robot. We're going to shoot them over to our new colony in Yelbarista. Build research and mining stations in Zalaman. Like we have any idle colony ships, so we're gonna build one in Rochelle and send one over. It's gonna be Ultravin. That guy's jumped. SS Raltrax. Oops. We're going to explore that wormhole. Let's see where that goes. I'm gonna take the system of Kildatha. I was going to take the system of Brinder. That's enough influence. Since we are not really damaged or upgradable, I'm actually going to move the mothership over to Bristol to defend that entry.
Technology secured.
We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in Mar Adata. For now, we have codenamed them the Calf Aliens. Giganni. Okay. Until we can decipher their communications. I believe we have any available. And that is actually not our research. Interesting. That must be because we have good intel on the Polysimus Corporation. Yep, I guess. So let's see, we're closing in on our administrative capacity. We don't have the option to bump that. I'm going to keep bumping our fleet command limit then. Look at that, we are growing Ultra Vrinn. Because we finished terraforming this into a Gaia world, which had been happening in the background. Previously it was an ammonia world. Look at that little bug. Incoming transmission from the Racket Industrial Enterprise. Never should have trusted them. Never should have made that deal. Filthy Bolivia. Kisk. Oh, Ultra Vrinn, we greet you. Would you like to trade? What can you offer us? What, 1,000 food and they give us 500 minerals. Unnecessary. Thank you, kids. So, oh no, we found that by exploring the wormhole. Gotcha. This is another fallen empire. We're going to do a little surveying around. Interesting, we can't get rid of that little bug. Okay, that could be annoying, but we're only going to go for a little while longer here, I think, in this run, and then maybe come back later today. Okay, we're going to go in for fleet upgrades. We also finished our next set of battleships in our core worlds. Let's take a look. Our third expeditionary fleet is only 17k. I think we're going to take Use battleships and move them all to Rochelle as well. A buff there.
Construction complete.
Gonna go research the anomaly here. Taking over the Kildatha system. Suddenly, the Zelvan corporate holdings are expanding pretty quickly. It might be nice to get Yassam and stop their potential expansion in this direction. I think that is going to be our next goal. We can get Titan-class ships. Yes, please. Ooh, Giga Cannon. That would upgrade our mega cannons, I assume. Yeah, I don't know. Giga cannon. Just sounds rough. That is a productive... Sturley is a productive little system. Back to Terrell. That's okay. So they shouldn't be expanding into Yassam. It seems like this is a lot of little...
Vessels upgraded.
Quite a few. Alright, the first expeditionary fleet has been fully upgraded. They're now at 55k power. And we're also moving over a fleet of 6 more battleships, which I think will fit in the command capacity. If 81 free, they're 48. So that should work out nicely. We have another unemployed Ultra Vrinn. We're gonna send them to our new colony in Yelbarista. A massive cloud of debris orbits the star. Likely they were once a network of satellites, now eroded nearly beyond recognition by the harsh conditions and proximity to the star. But even the mangled husks of this alien technology can be recovered as scrap and processed by our industry. Nice. Looks like Yelbarista has a housing problem.
Technology secured.
Build a city district next for them to cure that. Got a buff to energy credits. Alright, we will build the Science Nexus. Thorough scans have revealed the cause of Suratana 3A's odd metal composition. The moon is the crash site of dozens of massive spaceships, larger than anything we could have ever imagined. Their construction dates back several million years. Spaceship graveyard modifier. Nice. Tobano Sator reports that the strange sickness that has been spreading among the archaeologists on Rim Prime. The first confirmed cases appeared shortly after a sealed chamber was opened for the first time. With a large part of the team incapacitated, progress has been delayed. Investigation of the caverns below the surface of Suratu-1 reveal them to be filled with a silverly liquid metal that flows from cavern to cavern in gleaming rivers, pooling into underground lakes. More surprising still is the discovery that this metal substance shares many key properties with organic life forms, including responding to environmental stimulus and exhibiting self-sustaining processes. It remains to be seen whether this exceptional metal should be classified as truly alive, but it may have several practical applications for our engineering technology. Discover a cache of liquid metal. Go to Chalks and research the anomalies there. Actually, we're going to research the Kongath project with the Dread Pirate Magar. Upgrade the planetary capital in Rim Prime. Our mothership is now defending. Tavikliat 2 has now been terraformed into a Gaia world. So we have a ship in or a colony in Tavikliat already. And we're going to go ahead and get a colony ship under construction. Nope, we're going to get a colony ship under construction here. We're gonna add some more defensive platforms because of the friendly machine intelligence right across the way.
Star system charted.
Excessively long and harsh winter on Wadriax 1's largest continent has caused energy consumption to increase significantly, whilst decreasing the efficacy of the solar-based energy production. As a result, we are experiencing some shortfalls. We're getting our third expeditionary fleet back into position on Rochelle. We're going to add and then upgrade that fleet. This colony ship in Rochelle is intended for Zalaman. We're going to move to the habitat. Actually, it looks like we don't need the ship. We can just grab it directly. Senate passed cooperative research, which should have further increased our influence. Yeah. We are now leaders of the galaxy. Galactic Council. Regulatory facilitation. We should leave regulatory decisions to the experts. Go ahead and support that, actually. Repeal buzzword standardization. Military Readiness Act. And enough for now.
Vessels upgraded.
We've now increased the power of the 3rd Expeditionary Fleet quite a bit. We have one more battleship headed that direction. Our 6 new battleships have arrived. We're going to upgrade those. And we're going to add them to 1st Expeditionary Fleet.
Construction complete.
Finished rebuilding after the invasion of the dirty, but now dead Magar. Go ahead and move that fleet in, and we're going to upgrade it.
Construction complete.
Finished building in Bindor. We're going to move to Yassam. Doesn't look like we have a full survey in Yassam, and we want it in order to choke point that from
vessels upgraded.
Kildatha. Where is the Hesker League thinking it's going to send that colony ship? There is not a great deal around that we have not built or taken advantage of, so we'll send you on a long trip there.
Technology secured.
Giga cannon. upgrade our auto battleships. Probably should rename to massive cannon battleships. It gave us about 70 more combat power. Fleet command is moving upwards. Lock the mega shipyard, although we already have one. Can't help to position another one in a better part of our galaxy or our empire. Alright, we are winding down here, I think, on the duration of this first stream. It's been going about 2 hours, so we're at an hour 52 right now. I think we've had some decent success. We have cleared out the Magar freebooters and their somewhat annoying, consistent threats to our stability, even though they did get through and slip through and cause some trouble in Bazkarat. We do have a distribute, I think, some science ships around. Let's run through that real quick. Let's see, where do we have science without research assistance? And Nikor, Bazkarat, and Yelbarsta all do not have research assistance as of yet, but they also don't have research facilities, so we can wait a little bit on dispatching new science vessels there. Upgrade the Mega Giga Cannon on Rochelle. Join up the last battleship. We're now up to 31k fleet power in Rochelle. I feel like our protectorate, the Holy Vrinn Covenant, are expanding fairly quickly. I think that's somewhat that their system map is a little more spread out than ours. We have a lot of systems in a dense area. They have 14 colonies, whereas we currently have only 8. Hopefully we won't have any trouble from their direction as they continue to grow. Alright, well, let's call that one good then. We successfully have beaten back the Magar freebooters and have continued to extend our reach into the regions between us and Zelvon corporate holdings. We're going to be trying to capture Yasam here shortly so that we have control over this little leg of the galaxy. And we're going to continue to push upwards into the remains of the Yagar, where the Magar freebooters were. In a particular value would be getting their home system of Sturley under our control. But there's also a few nice habitable and useful planets in between. So continue to grow. We are leading the Galactic Council now, considered the most powerful empire in the galaxy, And there are some hostilities breaking out that we are not part of, which is fine for the moment. It's kind of interesting that the Holy Vrinn Covenant have sent a transport ship to our terminal egress system. I'm going to add a few more defensive platforms there for safekeeping. We may want to get a fleet out there at some point. But for now, we are in a fairly secure and powerful position. And we're going to call it an episode. This, I believe, was episode 13. Let me just double check that. Oh. Maybe we'll have to do like a quick sound edit, little voiceover work to change up things. Actually, yeah, episode 13. So this is the 13th episode of the Vrinn Imperium, a successful race of space dwarves who are now taking over a fair amount of this galaxy and are in a position to hold some dominance moving forward. We're going to need to extend some of our administrative capacity and work a few things out, but overall, it has been a good growth for this playthrough, and we'll see what happens when we get into it with the Stellaris data bank. They're going to get a little powerful, it looks like, based on the size of expansion that they have available to them, and we're probably going to need to get in there and close them down somewhat in the near future. Other than that, thanks for watching. If you're watching now, thanks for watching later if you're watching later, and have a good one.